Welcome back to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Jack Pearson. March Madness has already delivered, with ASU women's basketball nearly pulling off a miraculous comeback in its first-round matchup with UCLA in the Pac-12 Tournament. Jonah Krell is in Sin City, Las Vegas, breaking down the Sun Devils' near victory and where they go from here.
Before ASU's first-round Pac-12 Tournament game against 5th seed UCLA, head coach Natasha Adair said the team was finding resiliency, building confidence down the stretch amidst a disappointing season. And that trope held up again Wednesday afternoon in a ferocious battle and near 19-point comeback win against the Bruins, with ASU coming up just short in an 81-70 overtime loss. For one more time this season, the Sun Devils showed their guts till the very end.
We just didn't want to go down without a fight. So this team just has grit, like she said, and we're going to fight to the end, and we did. Came up short, but we're going to live and we're going to learn.
We'll look back and obviously a rebound here, a layup here, a shot here, a possession. But that's where we coach, that's where we teach, that's where we get better. But I couldn't be prouder of just their fight. The ultimate outcome, obviously, is the win. But I watched our team grow.
The Sun Devils almost completed the largest comeback in program history, but instead they bookend the season with the most losses in just over 30 years. With ASU's March Madness journey now cut short, it's time to regroup, with positivity on the horizon.
But we have so many moments where we can refer to what we did well, and then moments where we want to continue to grow. But just who we are and creating our culture and our identity coming out of year one, I watched our team come together. You learn a lot about people in adversity. Adair also said, quote, "This is what you see now, but this is not the future of ASU women's basketball." And with the historic number of losses and the unlucky injuries they faced this season, she might be onto something. In Las Vegas, Jonah Krell, Cronkite Sports.
With the win over ASU, UCLA moved on to face Arizona today and came out with the win 73-59 in the quarterfinals. Tonight's a big game for ASU men's basketball as they take on fourth-ranked UCLA at Pauley Pavilion. The Sun Devils are focused on maintaining the momentum off of Saturday's buzzer-beater win against Arizona. This is a big game for ASU as the Pac-12 tournament starts next week. ASU is still fighting to make the NCAA bracket. Last time these two teams faced each other, UCLA dominated, beating the Devils by 12.
It's worth continuing to try and get better, to continue to be ready for those type of battles. And those are all the teams that you're going to see at the very end, whether it's a conference championship game or, a chance to go to a Sweet 16 or Final Four. Those are the teams you have to beat. So to win a game like that gives us, I think, a confidence boost.
The new Cardinals coaching staff is set, but there are some other issues plaguing this team. Olivia Eisenhower joins us from the Google touchscreen to show us where the team is falling short.
NFL Players Association has released its first ever team report cards after surveying roughly 1,300 players. Coming in at the best overall, the Minnesota Vikings. 31st out of 32, the Arizona Cardinals. And if you take a look at these categories, a lot of room for improvement, but there's also some positives for the Red Sea within the team personnel and travel. So let's dive first into the pros, with strength coaches receiving an A and then the training staff and team travel both receiving B+ grades. The players were asked if they felt the training and strength staff affected their success. 88% of players believe they receive an individual plan, which is 25th overall, and they received higher marks on team travel and accommodation. And here's what should be concerning when hearing from players that you watch across 5 of the A categories. Cardinals received Fs or worse and were tied or last in 4 or 5 categories. As you can see, treatment of families, food service and nutrition, weight room, training room, and locker room. The report highlights that there is no family room or daycare like most organizations provide. Players are reportedly charged for boxed meals if they want to eat, and that comes out of their payroll. The only team to do this in the NFL. When it comes to facilities, uneven floors and peeling floorboards in the weight room, along with numerous areas of renovations needed. Not the best look for the Bird Gang. At the Google touchscreen, I'm Olivia Eisenhower.
Former Cardinals great Larry Fitzgerald is among many celebrities investing in the sport of pickleball. It's not just for recreation anymore. It's growing in the professional ranks as well. And our Cronkite sports reporter, Ireland Horvat, explores the growing trend.
Pickleball is super hot in the sports world. Tom Brady, LeBron James, Naomi Osaka, and many others have invested in teams. Founder of Major League Pickleball, Steve Kuhn, says pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the U.S.
Everybody wants to own a sports team. It's like primal. It's so much fun, and that the celebrities are not immune from that. Everybody loves this. Loves being a part of owning a sports team, drafting a team, thinking about strategy. It's just super fun.
Former wide receiver for the Cardinals, Larry Fitzgerald, owns AZ Drive, a team in the MLP. One of his players, Wesley Burrows, has been playing pickleball for 7 years.
I didn't love it immediately, but by the second time, like once you kind of start to figure it out, it really just takes a hold of you. And I think just the ease of getting into the sport, the community is really welcoming too. So even if you have no idea like what you're doing, you can go to a public park and people will kind of show you the ropes.
Pickleball is even taking players overseas. Sarah Burr is from Australia and got drafted by AZ Drive to play in the U.S.
Ended up here in the US playing some tournaments towards the end of last year, and yeah, got the call in December that I've been drafted on the Arizona Drive MLP team.
Doesn't matter your age, anybody can play pickleball. Even team owners are playing with their teams in competitions. With celebrities like Larry Fitzgerald backing pickleball, it seems to be on a rocket ship.
I actually have celebrities coming to my ownership group wanting to buy in with their own money. And to me, that just tells me they don't want to just have their name on it. They actually want to put their money in it. And that tells me it's a good investment because those guys can put their money in anything.
With many more tournaments in the future, the rise of pickleball will continue to grow. In Mesa, Ireland Horvat, Cronkite Sports.
Turning to high school hoops, the Brophy Broncos took on the Boulder Creek Jaguars last night in the boys 6A state semifinals. And let's just say it came down to the final second.
Spildy, the drive. No good. Rebound, Brophy. Up ahead to Matt. He's got to get it up. Counts if it goes for the win. Oh! He got it! Oh! Baked in the three-pointer for the Brophy Broncos.
A play. The game was tied 63-63 heading into the final 11 seconds of play when senior Brophy Armin Maddie banked a three-pointer at the buzzer to advance the Broncos to the 6A state finals. They will take on Highland Hawks on Saturday. Brophy is seeking their first ever state championship. That's it for your Cronkite Sports Report. Let's send it back to the desk.